Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's March and it's all kicking off on the allotments. It's a time when we're still preparing for the season, so we're still digging, we're still preparing the land, but we're in the last end of it now. It's British summertime now. Meteorologically speaking, it's British summertime. Although it's still cold and it's still wet. It's been raining all day today. So we're not going down the plot today. But we have been sowing seeds. And we've been sowing seeds this week that we've put into the shelving unit here at the home garden on our decking here. And we've got things like spinach, and we've got chard and leeks, and generally cold weather kind of crops that don't need it to be too warm, but just gentle warmth. And here they get full sun because it's north that way and south that way. So for most of the day it's in full sun. So these are getting good sun. And they need it. We've got tomatoes that we've transplanted from the aero garden. Now these were grown hydroponically, and a variety known as Heinz 1350, which were developed in the 1960s. They're a heritage variety, but they were developed in the 1960s for a company called Heinz tomato ketchup and Heinz soups. So they were specifically designed for that, and we've grown them before. They're a fantastic variety, all-round tomato. So they need a lot of warmth, especially when they're young like this. We've got off to a head start with these because we planted them in December, just after Christmas. We planted them in the aero garden, and now they're really shooting up, basically. So we're getting them off to a head start. But so we're leaving them out during the day. It's about 7 or 8 degrees at the moment. If it gets down to anything about 5 or anything like that, we bring them in. But we're leaving them out during the day, getting as much sun as they can, and they're coming in at night. So if they don't get enough sunshine, they go a bit leggy and stuff. They're just not, they're searching for the light, you know. So we've got them growing at the moment. So we've made a start on our crops this year, and the land is looking great. We're really happy with that. Now, to help us with our seed sowing and our allotment growing, we've got some gadgets, because it's Catherine's birthday coming up. And so she's had these pre-birthday gifts that she always gets every year. I mean, it's in March, her birthday, but it kind of lasts for a month, you know. You know how birthdays go. They go on forever. So we've got a few purchases. So I bought her this. This is a garden planting line. This is to help with putting the crops in and growing stuff directly into the ground. Some things you can't grow at home in modules. You have to grow them where they're about to grow. For instance, parsnips like to grow and not be moved. They don't like to be transplanted. And the same with carrots. You don't want to really transplant carrots. You want to keep them where they're about to grow. So this line helps us do that. It's like a glorified line. Where for years we've just been using a couple of pieces of bamboo and our line, but that you wouldn't miss that, would you? So it's a luxury item, really. I mean, we wouldn't really, if it wasn't a birthday, I wouldn't buy that. And we're also trying out something new this year, which is this highly sophisticated gadget. And it's like a dibber, but it's a seed spacing dibber. So you can move these are on little pegs here, and you can take them off and you can take them out, and the space in between each one is perfectly spaced. So the idea behind this, I thought, was to maximize our growing land. It takes the guesswork out of planting up plants, you know, where you guesstimate how much distance you need, and often you get it wrong, and you basically use up too much space on the land. So the idea behind this gadget is that we get straighter lines, and Catherine's been trying it out on the plot, and you get better spaced crops, so it's better utilised. And as we're on the edge of World War III, we're probably in World War III now, we'll probably need as much land as possible. And there's a planting guide there that tells you the best spacings for each vegetable that you grow, which is pretty handy. We're going to trial this. We've never used this before. I mean, we just don't use these gadgets, but we're going to try new things this year. So that's one of the new things we're going to try. One of the things of going to the plot is that you often get there and you think, oh God, I've forgotten to bring a pair of scissors, or have we got a knife? I haven't got a knife, you know. I mean, you do. You take all your gear with you to the plot and you forget half the things, you know, and you haven't got them in the shed and stuff like that. So I got one of these from Bilberry, basically. It's a multi-purpose tool. You must have seen these, but this is a particularly good quality one. We have one in the house that's lethal. It's not very good. I wouldn't recommend that to anyone, to be honest. And so this is, it goes onto your belt. That bit goes onto your belt there, so you can carry it around with you when you're on the plot. And we've already used it because it's already come in useful. And we tried it out on the plot, so it works well. And it's got all kinds of gadgets on this, you know. It's a multi-tool. It's like a Swiss Army knife, but only better. So that thing, quite good quality as well. So that's going to hopefully help us out this year. So there are a few of the things that we've got, we're going to try out on the plot. So it'd be interesting to know what you're doing this year, and what you're planting, and how you're planning your summer. And maybe you can leave a comment and tell us a bit about that, because we're always interested in what people are growing and how they're growing stuff, in general. And would you credit that the sun's coming out? That's the first sun of the day. It's been raining all day, so a bit of sunshine. So that's it for today. It's only a quite a short video, but I hope you find it of use. Oh, I forgot to mention, no, I'll do that next time. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next vlog. Please, give us a like, subscribe, and all the other gubbins you have to do by law on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Bye.